Let me tell you the story of the murder of 14-year-old Alianna DeFreeze. And Alianna should have been home from school by now, but she wasn't. So Denisha had been trying to call her, but all of the calls were going straight to voicemail, which was highly unusual. The thing that popped into her head was to call the school. But when she called and she spoke to the staff, she found out that not only was her daughter not kept there late, but her daughter had never shown up to school that day at all. And it was especially frustrating because Denisha had opted into a program with the school where basically there was an alert system that would automatically send out a message to a parent, in this case Denisha, if Alianna missed school for any reason that wasn't already previously excused. And this alert never came to her. Because of this failure, 10 hours went by. From there, the searches would go on for days before finally they ended, because Alianna's badly beaten body was found crammed into the corner in a room in an abandoned house. The medical examiner was able to determine that Alianna was sexually assaulted, she was beaten, and she was likely stabbed. But her injuries to her body were so severe and so plentiful that they were not even able to determine which one of the injuries actually caused her death. Basically, how they got here is they were able to get the surveillance footage from the True Gospel Missionary Baptist Church, which had footage from 2 cameras with 2 different angles. So they were able to see Alianna walking alone by the church when a man who was standing nearby seemed to say something to Alianna, which stopped her in her tracks. After the 2 have their interaction, they both start walking now in the same direction, with this guy following behind Alianna, eventually going up to her and sort of grabbing her, and he starts guiding her, eventually guiding her in the direction of that abandoned house on Fuller. This man was Christopher Whitaker, a registered sex offender who had a lengthy record for nonviolent crimes, but also very violent crimes. But finally, after hours of interrogating this dude, he finally admitted that he was the person who murdered Alianna. But he said it wasn't his fault, it was the crack. He said that after he and Alianna slept together consensually, which is something that I call such bullshit on, but this is what he said. And he said because he was high on crack, he got scared of her and he turned around towards her, and the last thing he remembers is just hitting her. He remembers just punching her in the face, and then everything went black, everything was a blur, and he just blacked out. But he did say one thing I agree with, and that's that he's got something coming to him and that he deserves everything that he's gonna get. And you know what? I agree with that. Do you believe that he should have been given the death penalty or life in prison with no possibility of parole?